you are, just these two and then one there.
又害怕，然后还在无忧无虑的吃着这个。吃完了有那一桶吗？
And how are we, team? Doing well? Good. We all ready for an adventure? Somebody's shaking his head, no! No!
Beautiful spot to anchor up for the night. On the way out, we're going to get into our first activity. It's a little bit of paintball shooting, girls versus boys. Don't worry guys, you won't be shooting at each other. That's the clean green splashes off the boat everywhere. We will be shooting at Lee, our evil duck. He'll be hanging out the back of the boat. You're going to get 3 shots at him.
just to release my line. And once you're done, always close it back up. That's what's really important. If you leave this one open, you forget about it. You're going to have a big tangle underneath the rod. No one's going to catch any fish. So always close this one back up. Up the top right here, my drag. And this one decides how easy and how hard I can pull that line out of the reel. They're perfectly set. Just let them be. Because if you start playing around on here, you might have a fish on your lifetime on there and snap. It's gone. The line just ripped. Just leave your fingers on this one here. As I said, you just reel it nice and slowly to get your line back up. As you can see right here. Up the top, you got our sinkers. Snapper are bottom feeders, so you want to get your bait all the way down there, otherwise you won't be catching any. And last but not least, our hooks. We'll be using long lining hooks. And that's because they're really nice. They hook themselves inside the mouth of the snapper, so you don't need to start yanking on your rod. You don't have to set the hook. Just let them be. They're really suspicious fish. If you start playing around with your bait, they'll just be sitting down there laughing at you. Ah, it's the first fish of the day!
You got it. Big one.
In the bar. Yeah.
Little kids with little
Small one.
Yeah, maybe later. Maybe later. Eric, awesome. Cheers, Stephanie, you've just missed out on the free drink.
You got one?
Big one.
Fish on there?
Another one? Perfect. It's good as well. Was it?
Take it off, and there is one.
Oh
no! Oh, sorry. But you can give it a kiss. I'm not getting let down. Not to shut. Nah.
You've seen lots of interesting things under the water.
Really badly and out of tune. But it was from the heart, so that was all good too. And a few months ago, Julia from England said that she'd woken up one morning and she decided that she was existing, not living. So she went to work and she quit a job, she sold a house, sold a car, sold all of her possessions and decided to go travelling. And where did she end up? Right here on the rock telling us all about it. And just a couple of weeks ago, Tasha from England told us a story. Now, her father had been in New Zealand 20 years ago, and he'd booked a bungee jump. And they put him in a harness, and he'd stood for 1 hour on the bridge trying to get the courage to jump. But he never could get the courage. So he actually went back to England, and unfortunately 10 years later he died. Now Tasha came back to New Zealand to do the bungee jump for her father on the anniversary of his death, which was actually the 7th of December. Now as she told us the story, more than a few of us actually had very big tears in our eyes because it was just such a lovely story. It was very, very touching. So it was just awesome that she shared it with us. Tonight I have asked the very lovely and very shy Lisa to say a few words. So in New Zealand we would say whakarongo, which means turn on your ears. Lisa, the floor is yours.
Hi guys. I will make it short because obviously we're all very hungry. For us it's a big dream. We wanted to do it for 8 years and now we're finally here. So I hope you enjoy this trip as much as we do. It's my Christmas present from Anya and Jules. And yeah, we've been enjoying it so far very much and already got to know a few events. So just let's have a good time and enjoy your meal. Thank you.
She wanted to swim back.
Yeah, I love actually
But you're getting on.
even loading more people.
We'll hold on here when you get it out, Adam. I'll text you.
It's continent. Yeah. Yeah, right. And it was really steep and of course
çalışmış. Super fijn.
Yeah, now all of these islands are all part of something called Project Island Song. Have you guys heard of this before? There's a little sign on it here telling you about it too. Project Island Song is basically an effort by a couple of different groups, mainly Department of Conservation, to restore these islands to their original habitat. So that means all pests, which include stoats, ferrets, cats, mice, rats, dogs, and seeds, invasive seeds that could take over the vegetation of the island. See, originally, when the Maoris came over and then later the Europeans, they unknowingly brought over a lot of pests, and that destroyed the habitat of the islands and really a lot of New Zealand as well. Because prior to this point, the animals that were here didn't have any natural predators. So they grew up kind of lackadaisical, didn't really need any skills for survival. So later when these pests came, they were very easily killed. One dog took out countless kiwis and things like this where there's no defenses. You can't just simply evolve defenses against a predator overnight within one species, within one generation, 2 generations.
You were thinking now. We are trying.
Boys. That's actually a saying,
The kinner or sea urchins that me and Dan collected earlier while we were snorkeling. This is the largest one that I've ever got. I'm quite proud of it. They are native to New Zealand. The Māori name for them is kinner, English sea urchin, German seeigel. In Japan, the roe on the inside is called uni. They put it on top of sushi. That is beautiful. Alright, so they did evolve from starfish. One day a starfish decided to wrap all his legs up, make a nice shell, grow some spines, and become a sea urchin. And they do have 5 of everything just like a sea urchin. So I'm going to break these guys open. And you will notice they have 5 very big teeth. So those are the teeth of the kinner, and they are the largest tooth-to-body ratio animal in the animal kingdom. They also have 5 of everything else. So we've got stomachs, livers, and then these yellow parts are the egg sacs, or the roe, and that is the part that you eat. So we're going to shake these guys out. And you can see 5 nice roe sitting there, ready to be eaten. Dan's going to crack open some more while I grab a few spoons.
Now, I said at the start of the cruise, guys, that we weren't the perfect cruise, but we're trying to get there. Has anybody got any ideas on how I can improve the rock, or how we, the crew, can treat our guests differently?
I have an idea. We need a ladder. Yeah.
What's that? For getting under the
Like
boat?
a ladder. Like
Now, I actually have one. First thing in the morning and say good morning to a complete stranger. And 99 times out of 100, they'll get a big smile on their face and they'll say good morning back. And I don't know if you've ever tried that in other countries. It doesn't work. You say good morning to a complete stranger and the first thing they do is reach for their wallet and then step backwards saying, what do you want, what do you want, what do you want? Don't talk to me. Here, it's just what we do. Whether it's because we're naive at being quite a new country or not, I don't know. But if it is, I hope we stay that way. So I hope you've all enjoyed yourself. I hope you have a very, very happy and safe New Year's. I know I'm not going to. You can see they don't like working on the rock.
Killing all the alcohol.
Yeah.